welcome back to my channel, guys. Super exciting day as Rainbow Six has opened up the test server. I'm just going to be going over Zero's gadget and how it works and his weapon loadout. If you're new to my channel, remember to like and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, remember to smash that like button too and turn on the notification bell as well. Enjoy watching. Peace out.
Give me 0 or I kill you.
Okay guys, so Ace, not Ace, I don't even know why I said Ace. Zero, the one and only Sam Fisher, who's Zero in Rainbow Six Siege, has the Argus launcher. So when you're playing as Zero, you have the option to shoot the Argus launcher at a window or a reinforcement. So when you shoot it at a window, it will borrow a hole through the window and the enemy team will be able to see it. It will beam a yellow light like this. Yo, there's a camera on the hatch. When playing as Zero, you also have the option to view the other side where your camera rotates, so you can see what's on the other side. If you don't want to see, if there's nothing there, you can then look back on the other side to see what's on that side. But when playing as Zero, you also have the option to shoot it at a reinforcement wall. A wall Habana, Ace, and Thermite, or someone with a breaching tool can get. Once you shoot his gadget at the reinforced wall, it does the same thing as it does on the window. And if you see anything on the other side which you need to destroy, like a bandit charge or a Kaid charge, you can then go ahead and destroy that gadget. He gets one zap per launch. He has 4 of them, so use them wisely to be careful when trying to destroy a gadget, because if a enemy team sees it, they can quickly destroy it, denying the access. But now we have covered the launcher, we are going to go ahead and cover his weapon loadout, and I'm going to show you the sights he gets on the MP7 and the SC3000. Let's go. I also forgot to say that the Argus launcher can be deployed on any surface. It doesn't have to be a window or a reinforced wall, so it can go on any surface as long as it can stick to it. If it can't stick to that said surface, it will just fall down. But let's go back to the video. So when you're playing as Zero, you have the option to choose from the SC3000, which is from Splinter Cell, where he came from. And he also has the choice to choose from the MP7, which is the same gun as Bandit, but personally I think they both feel totally different and not the same. He also has access to the USG, which the FBI operators have as well, but it's only suppressed automatically, so you cannot take that off. But jumping over into the sights he has access to the new red dot which came out this season, and it's much better, I think, than the old red dot. And he has a new holographic sights which came out this season too. I don't really like. He has access to the old reflex sight, the OG reflex, the new 1.5 scope which came out this season too, and the 2x scope which came out this season too. But moving over to his barrels, it's just the standard barrels you have in game 2, nothing new there. And he also has access to the old grips, which is still there, nothing new, and the laser. But moving over to the MP7 with Zero, he has the old red dot which has been in the game since launch. He also has access to the old holographic which has been in the game since launch too, plus the old reflex which has been in the game since launch. The only thing new with the MP7 is the 1.5 scope which came out this season, so that is a great sight setup right there. Also has the standard barrels, so nothing new there either, and he also has access to the laser. Moving over to his pistol, which is fully suppressed, meaning that you cannot take this pistol off. And I was saying to my mates that if they wanted to go down this route, they should have just added his one from his game into Siege instead of making the FBI pistol automatically suppressed. You require more bullets than you do when it's suppressed, and when it's not suppressed, you don't need as much bullets. But before we finish up on his loadout, the utility he has available to him are 2 frag grenades and a claymore. That is his whole weapon loadout. Moving over to his sights. So I have used Ace. Why do I keep saying Ace? Oh my gosh. But I have used Zero quite a lot on the test server. So we're going to start off with the 2x scope and work our way down to the red dot. But my in-game experience when using the 2x scope has been okay, but I personally don't like it, as I don't feel like I am consistent when using the 2x scope on the SC, which is his gun. So personally I wouldn't run that setup, but it's totally down to you. You can try this out if you have PC, or when it comes to the final build at launch, you can test it out to see which site fits your playstyle. But moving on to the 1.5 scope, my in-game experience with the 1.5 scope has been amazing. All I can say is that personally, if you was to use the 1.5 scope on any weapon, not just the SC 3000, I would turn the opacity down, which you can do in options, which I'm about to show you right now. This is a new option where Ubisoft added a accessibility option where you can change the color of the reticle and turn the opacity down. From the clip you're going to see the opacity is at 20, so I feel like 20 is the best, so you can see better than you did before when it was brighter, and you can choose from colors of what you want the reticle to be. If you don't like the colors, you can stick with the normal red and green. Moving back to the clip. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So if you are to use the 1.5 scope, which is an amazing scope, I think, just turn down the opacity, because if you don't, it will end up feeling thick like this. So yeah, that is what the reticle looks like at 100 opacity, which is by default. So would I recommend you to use the 1.5 scope? 100%, because it's amazing and I love it. But the only thing I would say is that when using it, turn the opacity down to 20 so it doesn't feel thick like that in game. But yeah guys, that is what the 1.5 scope looks like and feels like in game. So I'm going to let this play out quickly, and then we're going to move over to the holographic, I think. But as you can see, the USG being suppressed is terrible, because that terrorist should be dead if it's not suppressed. We're moving over to the holographic, which is this one in front of you. The new holographic is the most terrible sight in the game by far. This is the worst second sight, I would say, after the first red dot. When I mean the first red dot, I mean the old red dot which came at the start. But this is what the new holographic looks like. It has more room for you to look in, and you can be precise with it, but I personally don't like it, and I don't feel like I'm consistent when in a gunfight. But I'm going to let this clip play out and let you decide if it's a sight you may use when this comes to the live build. So enjoy the rest of this clip. But moving over to the reflex, it's the normal reflex, you know. As you can see, all my guns, all my sights are the lowest opacity it can be because I feel comfortable with it. But with the reflex sight, I don't know really. My experience with the reflex sight is it good or is it bad? Right now it's in between being good and being bad. I have to do more testing, and then I'll let you guys know in a future video if you should run the reflex. But I'll let this clip play out and let you decide for yourself if it's a sight you would rock on the SC3000. And moving over to, last but not least, the new red dot sight. Yes, it looks like there's nothing in the actual sight itself, but there is obviously. But that is the new red dot sight in game. All I'm gonna say is that I do not like it whatsoever on the SC3000. On other guns, yes, but using Zero's new assault rifle, I have to give it a fat, big no. I would rock this, but you may feel different, which is fine because we all have different preference of what we like to use when using that operator. But yeah, that is about it for today's video, and if you enjoyed watching, remember to like and subscribe if you're new. If you're a returning subscriber, remember to like it anyway, and I will catch you in the next episode where I show you gameplay of me using Zero and different gameplay of using the different operators with the new scopes, and I meant sights, but you know what I mean. But enjoy guys, see you in the next one.